Sticking with things that are expensive, that latest inflation report reinforces what all of you have been feeling right now. Prices are going up. But one particular item really jumped off the page to us. The price of fresh tomatoes in April were up by 40% from last year. We wanted to find out why.
Let's take a quick look at what that 40% inflation for tomatoes looks like right now. At a local store today, I found this beefsteak tomato, not organic, costs $5 a pound. That is exactly twice as much as a Honeycrisp apple. And if you're wondering why, well, this one has become a microcosm for a whole lot of global issues. Let's start with the obvious. Transportation costs surged in the last few weeks, of course, due to higher diesel prices stemming from the war with Iran. And then there's the trade war. The vast majority of the tomatoes we get from Mexico, up to about 70%, were suddenly subject to a 17% tariff in the past year. The climate, well, that's taken a toll too. Mexico just suffered from a really wet growing season, while key regions in Florida suffered from devastating freezes. And then there is disease. Several viruses have caused problems, including an emerging virus discovered in 2016 called the tomato brown rugose fruit virus. That leaves tomatoes rough and disfigured and can lead to a 70% loss of yield.
Tomato brown rugose fruit virus is particularly tricky because it moves on infected seed and infected transplants. And unfortunately, it can actually survive on a grower's hands or tools for 2 hours. And every time they work with a new plant, they have a risk of transferring that virus to that plant as well.
Now, the Minnesota Department of Agriculture and the University of Minnesota have been studying the virus, and there is good news. After a few cases in the state in 2023 and 24, there were none in 2025. And they're hopeful that with some education, that will remain the case this year. Of course, it's also especially needed because of demand that's expected to be coming for locally grown tomatoes in light of everything going on around the world. Back to you.
Oh, Kent, for you and your family, I hope you expense that tomato back to the company. Oil is also a big issue right now. Another reason you'll see the prices rise. You know what the cost of oil is. We just talked about drill and gas tanks. Oil is used to make plastic packaging for tomatoes. Can't get a win. I'll be right back.